Hello everybody and welcome back to another new video. And as promised, this is going to be my last music update of the year. And similar to my last video, I have a handful of records to show you and a couple of CDs as well. But all of them are fairly new releases from this year in 2023, except one, which is a Record Store Day Black Friday record that I was finally able to find at my local record store, but more on that later. First, let's go ahead and check out the new music. This is the newest record from Tommy Stinson, and I guess officially it's called Tommy Stinson's Cowboys in the Campfire. That's the name of his newest project. And this one came out earlier this year in 2023 on Done to Death Records. And there's the back. And this one came in just on standard black vinyl with the standard labels as well. Again, this one's called Wronger, which first I thought it was a self-titled record because I didn't see the title of the album here in the front. I had to look at the spine right here to see the title of the album. Again, it's called Wronger. Yeah, Tommy Stinson, of course, formerly of The Replacements and Guns N' Roses. He has been putting out some solo records in the last few years. And his newest project is this one, is Cowboys in the Campfire, which is more of a folk rock, kind of a little bit of a country vibe on some of his songs. It's a little bit different to what he was doing in the past. But in this one, he partners with Chip Roberts, who is featured right here and in the back as well. He plays the guitar. And yeah, great record from Tommy Stinson. I saw him live a couple of times in the last few years. And he has been playing a lot of the tracks from this project live. And it's great to finally see it on wax and a physical copy, because I actually recognize a lot of the tracks here from his live shows, like Here We Go Again and Mr. Wrong, Fall Apart Together. He has played a lot of those tracks in the last few years when he has been playing live all over here in the East Coast. Again, a very folky kind of vibe, so it's very different to what he was doing back with The Replacements, but it's still great. I really enjoy this record. Lots of very personal songs in this one. There's a lot of very, very deep ballads, which I really enjoyed coming from Tommy. Again, this one is called Wronger from Tommy Stinson's Cowboys in the Campfire. Check it out.
You've been waiting for you long enough to hear this song. Everything will be much easier every day I'm gone.
All right, up next, I got the new record from Alex Lahey. And this one's called The Answer Is Always Yes. And it came out in earlier this year in 2023 on Liberation Records. And there's the back. This one came in with a inner sleeve with the lyrics and additional artwork. And the record itself on Coke Bottle Green vinyl, which is kind of like smoky green clear vinyl with the custom labels. But anyways, Alex Lahey, newish singer-songwriter from Australia. This is actually her third studio album. I was not familiar with her first couple of records, which I really should have, because this is really right up my alley. Very catchy and melodic type of indie rock. The songs, the lyrics in the tracks here are very, very clever. She has a very unique type of songwriting. But first of all, check out that album cover. Great album cover from Alex. Great picture of her. But yeah, the lyrics in this record to me are the highlight. And I can see how a lot of younger people, I mean people in their 20s, can identify with a lot of her music. Because she talks a lot about the challenges and the everyday thing that young people deal with every day. Kind of like online relationships, and drugs, or experiences with drugs, that kind of stuff. But anyways, the music in here is absolutely fantastic. Like I said before, right up my alley, very, very catchy and melodic indie rock. Most of the tracks here are very upbeat and more in the tongue-in-cheek kind of side of the music, but she also has some more personal tracks which are actually a little bit slower and more personal and deep. Anyways, I highly recommend this record from Alex Lahey. Check it out. This one's called The Answer Is Always Yes. All right, up next, this was one of my most anticipated records of 2023 because I'm a huge fan of this band. The newest record from The Kills. And they're finally back this year in 2023 with God Games. And this one came out on Domino Records. And there's the back. This is their first new album since 2016, so it's been a while since the new Kills record. It came in with a full 16-page booklet inside the album, full of photography, pictures taken by the band, Alison Mosshart and Jamie Hinz, and all the lyrics. So there's one page for each of the songs, and each of them have pictures, again taken by the band. By the way, this is the way to make a vinyl record. This is the reason why I like to buy vinyl records, because they come with things like this, because you can really pay attention when you're listening to the record. You can read through the lyrics, you can browse through the artwork, and it really makes you pay attention to the active, or to be more active when listening to the music. I was able to get the limited edition version of the record, which is kind of like a almost similar to that Alex Leahy record, kind of like a Coke bottle, green, clear vinyl, and the custom labels. Again, this one's called God Games by The Kills. And I guess technically they call that color vinyl the Boom Slang Green color vinyl, according to the hype sticker, which I left here in the shrink wrap because it's kind of like a decal type of hype sticker, so I'm just going to keep it like that. Anyways, super exciting new record from The Kills. Again, rock duo. It's just Alison Mosshart and Jamie Hinz. And I think I mentioned that before in one of my videos from many years ago when I talked about The Kills. One of the purest forms of rock and roll, because it's just strictly vocals and guitars. That's it, at least in the band. Of course, there's still drums and bass in the record, but in the band, it's just the two of them. That's it. And I think they both play all the instruments in this record. Very different type of record from The Kills. This is not your traditional Kills record with lots of distortion, lots of great guitars from Jamie. This one, in fact, the guitars are pretty minimal. Most of it is a very rhythm section oriented kind of record. Lots of drums and lots of bass in this record, at least from what I can hear. So definitely a very different type of record from The Kills. So don't come expecting a very guitar-driven record on this one. But either way, this record is fantastic. It's crazy how almost without any guitars, you can still create some really bangers of songs in this one. Highlights in this one are Love and Tenderness, 103, and the single from the album, the first track in this one is called New York. Fantastic new record from The Kills. Definitely check it out. Again, this one's called God Games. All right, up next I have a couple of releases on new releases on CD that were also record store pickups. Let's start off with this one. This one's the newest record from Cable Ties, and it came out in 2023 on Merge Records. Cable Ties, punk band from Australia, another record from Australia. And this one came in with a booklet with all the lyrics as well. Yeah, Cable Ties, a punk band from Australia. Definitely very heavily influenced by the music from the Riot Girl movement, especially Sleater-Kinney. You can definitely hear some clear difference or clear influences with Cable Ties. So if you like Sleater-Kinney, if you like Bikini Kill, you're most likely to like the music from Cable Ties. And this is their fourth studio album. And also my introduction to the band, because it's a shame that I didn't know of them before, because I really enjoyed this record. I may have to check out some of the other older records as well. I can see how maybe the vocals of the singer in this band may be a turn off for a lot of people because her vocal range is really in the very high kind of range, so very high pitched vocals in this one. But to me, it sounds great. I think it adds it a little bit more emotion in a lot of the tracks here. Most of the songs here are very fast paced, very punky, great kind of like a punk rock feel in this one. Definitely check out the song called Perfect Client, and I think the other one was Too Late. I'll put a link here in the description to some of the best tracks in this one, but highly recommend it again. Cable Ties with All Her Plans.
Nothing changes and nothing stops. Everybody's telling us to call the cops. Oh no, you're not our perfect client.
And the last one that I have to show you on CD is the newest one from Ron Gallo, and this one's called Foreground Music, and it came out in 2023 on Kill Rock Stars. And I actually picked this one up a while ago. I think it was back in February or March of this year, but I think I completely forgot to show it in one of my videos. I had to show it for this one because it's my last new music update of the year. Came in with a nice booklet on the CD, and there's a picture of Ron. Again, Ron Gallo, garage rocker from Nashville, and this is his 5th studio album. I've been a fan of him since his first record, Heavy Meta, which came out back in 2016, I think. And I've seen him play live many times, and he always puts out a fantastic show. His newest record is pretty much what he has been doing in the last few years. Very high energy type of garage rock, punky at some points. And this one he really experiments a little bit with different sounds, especially keyboards. But overall, it's a very heavily guitar-driven record. If you like guitar rock, guitar garage rock, you will enjoy the music from Ron Gallo. Great lyrics in this one as well. Again, very funny, very clever, very self-deprecating, and he talks a lot about societal problems in culture nowadays. So definitely an interesting listen. Highly recommended the newest record from Ron Gallo. Again, this one's called Foreground Music.
I just keep it in between. Everything is fucking meant to be, but at least I am dancing. I just keep it in between.
All right, and last but not least, I was also very excited to find this one at the record store last week because I completely missed out on Record Store Day Black Friday back in November. I was out of town, so I wasn't able to go to the record store, and I only had one record in my list from Record Store Day Black Friday 2023. That was this one, Rilo Kiley, and this one's called Under the Black Light. This is the final album from the band. It came out originally in 2007 on Warner Brothers Records. This is the newest reissue for Record Store Day. I haven't opened the shrink on this one yet, but I will do that now because I think it comes with a gatefold. Oh yeah, great gatefold there. Some additional artwork. And the record itself came in on, I think it's a purple vinyl. Yep, kind of like a clear purple vinyl with the Warner Brothers Records labels. But yeah, anyways, the fourth and final studio album from Rilo Kiley, originally from 2007. I don't think this one came in with an insert. Or it did come in with an insert. I just got this one there a few days ago, so I haven't seen it in detail yet. There's the credits. But yeah, their last studio album, and in my opinion, one of their best. Especially side A in this record is absolutely excellent. Has a lot of great songs in side A. Side 2 slows down a little bit, but it's still a very strong record overall. Again, the last album from Rilo Kiley, of course, the band featuring Jenny Lewis. She went solo after Rilo Kiley broke up back in the early 2000s. And I used to have this one on CD when it came out, but I lost it many years ago. So I was glad that I finally reissued it for Record Store Day Black Friday, especially because the original ones are very hard to find. And by the way, the pressing on this record is absolutely fantastic. This may be one of the best sounding records that I have in my entire collection of vinyl. It just sounds so good. There's almost no surface noise on this one. Highly, highly recommend that you check out this one from Rilo Kiley. Because especially I was thinking, since it's a record from the early 2000s, it's probably not a record that was made for vinyl. It was made more for CD. But I was surprised on how well it sounded on vinyl. It sounded way better than I remembered it when I used to have it on CD. But anyways, the vocals in this one are amazing, of course, from Jenny Lewis. The lyrics are great, very well-crafted, well-written songs in this one. But anyways, in case you can still find one of these once in a while, I know it's been a while since Record Store Day Black Friday. If you find one of these ones, I highly recommend that you pick this one up. It's one of the greatest records from the early 2000s, in my opinion, as far as indie rock. Check out any of the tracks here in this record, especially the ones on side A. Pretty much the first 3 or 4 songs are nearly perfect. Silver Lining, Closing Call, and The Moneymaker. Great tracks from Rilo Kiley. Again, this one's called Under the Black Light. Alright, VC, and that's all I have to show you for today. I hope you enjoyed those records. I'll be back fairly soon. I think in the next, maybe next weekend, I'm going to do my top 10 albums of 2023. I have a feeling that some of the records that I showed you in the last few videos, in the last couple of videos, are going to make it to my top 10. But of course, there's only room for 10, so it's going to be a challenge as usual. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye-bye.
For the circus in your mind.